Hey, it's Carl from carcoart.com and sidehustleartist.com. In this video, we'll address the topic, should you offer discounts on your art? Now, this video will help you to establish whether you should or should not. Price discounting is a useful marketing strategy, and if it's used correctly, it can benefit both you, the artist, and the buyer of your art. But one big tip is not to rely on discounts to sell your art. So in other words, try to remain focused when using discounting strategies and only use them to get those tougher sales over the line. And if you use discounts too much in order to draw attention to your work, people will begin to get the impression that your regular pricing structure is too high. So additionally, art requires a certain amount of perceived value attached to it. So if you're providing too many discounts, you are in essence deflating your art's perception of value. Now, I have personally used discounts at my exhibits on a couple occasions. My studio was filling up with art and I hadn't sold it, and as I wanted to move some paintings, I provided the discount on just a couple at each exhibit. When I refer to discount, I don't necessarily promote it up front as an obvious discount. What I tend to do is bring the price down on a few paintings to sit well under the impulse buyer range. So I'm not suggesting you place a sticker on your art that screams discount 25% off, because I believe that's a little bit tacky and it's unprofessional for an artist promoting his or her work for sale. So use discounts subtly. Your buyers are smart people and they'll recognize value when they see it. They'll compare prices and sizes and know where the discount really is. Some artists feel discounts compromise the credibility of an artist. Well, my response to this has been a profit is a profit and less money is better than no money at all. Providing a discount to solve a problem is always a good one. Discounts can be a useful option for solving a customer problem and keeping them happy. So for example, I once had a painting that was shipped to the buyer's city of residence only to be redirected back to my hometown as soon as it reached its proper destination. And the funny thing is, although there was no clear reason why this was happening, I was aware of the problem and saw the whole debacle happening right in front of my eyes, because I could use the unique tracking code to follow where my painting was at any given time from the shipping company's website. And when I saw that the painting was on its way back to my hometown, I rang the shipping company and I quizzed them about this unusual shipping route that they were using to get my art into the hands of its rightful owner. And the shipping company, they apologized, of course, and took full responsibility, and there was no hard feelings at all. But after contacting the buyer and explaining the situation and that the painting was going to be there 3 days later than originally planned, I provided the discount on the original purchase price. And of course, the buyer was really happy. There's also the discount nudge. One area of marketing you will become quite efficient in the more you exhibit your work face to face is the ability to create that sense of urgency in your customer in order to finalize a sale. It's a common trait amongst us human beings that we struggle to make a purchasing decision on occasions, and we all need a little nudge, a little something that will inspire us to take the plunge, or simply some kind of approval from someone to fully validate our buying decision is going to be a good one. And the upfront discount offer can often be enough incentive to get your buyer to committing to the purchase. So once I had a lady who was so in awe of one of my paintings, but she simply could not make a decision about purchasing it. Now, she had visualized the room in her home to hang this painting, but feared the painting would be too big. And I recognized quickly that this lady was actually closer to committing to the purchase than she was to deciding not to. All that was holding her back was this presumption she had with the painting not suiting her room properly due to its size. And after quizzing her about the actual size of the wall she would be hanging the painting on, I realized the painting would actually fit quite comfortably. Her actual concern was the painting would look too big, as it wasn't that she didn't have the space for it. So the big tip is always try and understand your customer's situation and concerns and try to educate them as best you can. It's nice to ensure that they're being looked after before committing to a purchase. So after ensuring that she did indeed have the space to hang the painting, I offered a small discount, and the lady, she didn't hesitate for a second, and she bought the painting, which was great. In her mind, she had now bought a bargain and could now completely justify her purchase. You can also do seasonal discounts. I don't do this personally, but I've exhibited with artists that do it quite successfully. And depending on what kind of art you produce, some seasons can actually be a great time for providing a discount in order to make some sales. So for example, and this is purely just an example, you could produce a series of bright tulip paintings in spring and put them right up front of your exhibit stall and reduce the price you normally charge for paintings of similar intricacy and size down by about 25%. Remember not to use any arrows, bells and whistles or advertising or even reduce price stickers anywhere. It's really tacky. Just put a price tag on it and let your potential buyer discover the bargain and the value for themselves, because they will find it for themselves if your work is good. I mean, what do you think might happen on a nice spring weekend when people are out and about looking for art that captures the mood that's in the air? Now, this could very well entice people who have never bought art to buy some of your work, and as a result, you're adding to your collector base. Get creative but not addicted to discounting. I remember reading an article some time ago that said something along the lines of, if we spoke to a friend like some advertising speaks to us, that friend would slap us in the face. In other words, be creative with your marketing, and that includes how you go about discounting your work, but try to avoid any hype or overemphasizing any so-called bargains you may have on offer. It can come across as insulting, so treat your art and your customers with respect and use discounts only for the purpose of getting those tougher sales over the line. And a few more discount tips would probably be: avoid discounting your way out of making a profit, and never use discounts because you may be lacking faith in your art or in yourself as an artist, and only use discounts to solve a potential problem with a customer or to get those tougher sales over the line. And avoid basing your discounts on perceived limitations in your work. Try and add perceived value in your work wherever you can. Hey, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up below. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my channel and click the bell. That way you receive a notification each time I release a new video. Thanks so much for watching, and I look forward to connecting with you again real soon and helping you advance your career as an artist. Until next time, your art buddy, Carl.